Threw out charges today against a Florence man accused of impersonating a cop. Now, Daniel Barnett was charged with impersonating a police officer and unlawful carrying of a pistol. Deputies say he presented himself as a police officer last February when he stopped people for traffic violations while in his personal car. The investigator admitted during the hearing that this morning Barnett was a certified officer with the Darlington County Sheriff's Office when they arrested him.
Florence County arrested Daniel on the uncorroborated word of a fellow officer. They didn't know he was a certified police officer. They didn't know he was employed by Darlington County. After Darlington County, he got hired by Lamar 2 days before he was arrested. And this is a complete screw up.
Prosecutors say that Barnett may have been a certified officer, but he wasn't in his jurisdiction when he stopped cars. They say he had no authority in Florence County. The solicitor's office has the option to present the case to a grand jury for a direct indictment. There's no word on if that'll happen.
I will.
Marlboro County Sheriff Charles Lemon was sworn into office last January for his second term. Tonight, he finds himself indicted by a grand jury for assault and battery of a high and aggravated nature and misconduct in office. This is shocking to many people in the community.
I really like Sheriff Lemon, and yeah, I'm surprised by that. And, you know, if you do the crime, he should, you know, be punished, but it's probably need to be investigated.
Arrest warrants say back in May 2020, Sheriff Lemon ordered then Deputy Andrew Cook to tase Jarrell Lee Johnson at the Marlboro County Detention Center. Warrants say Cook unlawfully continued to activate the taser at least 2 times after the first time he tased Johnson to subdue him. We reported the incident that night. Officers told me at that time that jail employees requested help, saying Johnson's behavior was putting the safety of those at the jail at risk. Deputies said that's when Sheriff Lemon went to help and was assaulted by Johnson. Some people in the community say they're truly bothered by the accusation against Lemon, but are glad that sheriffs across the state are being held accountable.
Everybody should have to answer for what goes on and what they do.
We first told you that 3 Marlboro County investigators quit last week. One of them posted on social media saying, quote, "Today was my last day wearing this badge. Today I chose my character over corruption. Today I chose my integrity over my income," end quote. I sensed then something wasn't right at the department. Some people want more information to come out before they reach a conclusion.
We'll just have to wait to see what comes out in the courts.
Yeah, while leaders with Pfizer are reporting that the first 2 doses aren't adequate against protecting against the Omicron variant, about half of eligible South Carolinians haven't even gotten those first 2 shots. Leaders say this is reemphasizing what they've already known, that the time to get those shots is right now. As cases are labeled as a high incidence rate in Horry, Darlington, and Marlboro counties, there are 13.6% more South Carolinians in the ICU with the virus than there were a week ago, and 6.6% more on a ventilator. Pfizer's brand new findings show Omicron would quickly increase those numbers in South Carolina. Health leaders in the state aren't holding their weekly coronavirus update with journalists today, so I asked for their thoughts on those findings. They say, quote, "This reemphasizes what we already knew. We need all South Carolinians to get fully vaccinated and to receive a booster dose." It's similar to Public Health Director Brandon Traxler's response when Omicron was named a variant of concern.
There is always the potential in scenarios whenever there is a lot of spread of a virus, an RNA virus like this going on still, that it can mutate and become more dangerous.
She says vaccination rates in South Carolina have been plateauing since the spring, and about half of South Carolinians are fully vaccinated right now.
However, regardless of Omicron or Delta or any other variant, the actions you can take to protect yourself and to protect others around you remains the same. Vaccinations, masks, testing, and physical distancing.
Now, the state's vaccination dashboard shows that 583,000 South Carolinians have gotten a 3rd dose of a vaccine. For reference, there are 4 million South Carolinians who are 18 and older.
Well, Jen, the SC chapter of the American Red Cross has already deployed local relief workers with more on standby. As rescue and cleanup efforts continue, I caught up with one nonprofit that's already preparing to send provisions to those displaced.
It's not our turn to be helped, it's our turn to help. So let's do this.
The need, like the devastation, is vast.
Any non-perishables, blankets, toiletries, new clothing if there's some, no use please for this situation.
Efforts to bring supplies to those displaced and impacted by the deadly tornado outbreak are underway.
It'll go into that box right there. Finish.
Shane Zoccoli with Spokes of Hope in Horry County has already been in contact with FEMA and national faith-based agencies.
And a lot of people rush in there and kind of become a disaster within the disaster there. They get in the way and stuff. So we've learned that through the process, even with our floods here in South Carolina. You know, we stay out of the way, but we gather and we collect.
While he and the nonprofit sit back for now, the American Red Cross is on the ground with South Carolina-based relief workers. I caught up with Gary Thurman of Conway over the phone.
Then as I just got in here to Sandburg, there's quite a bit of damage here. It is an older town. It's a smaller town, but there's buildings that are basically flat.
Thurman deployed before the sun was up Monday. He'll stay in the region through Christmas, and more aid from South Carolina will follow.
We have to get really aggressive. We can fill up a semi. If we got aggressive, we can fill up a semi in a week and a half. And it's close, we'll hold back and wait and fill that thing all the way up.
Now, Spokes of Hope will be accepting donations at their Longs facility along Highway 9 near the Waccamaw River Bridge. Thurman also asks that people donate to the American Red Cross to help their efforts as well. Jen?
Andrew, thank you. And we've also included more information on how you can personally contact or donate to these groups on this story. Just go over to WPDE.com.
We're going to spend every moment of every day that we're awake, trying to help people that are suffering, that are down. There's over 1,000 people that don't have homes right now. There's thousands of people without power and heat. So that's what we're going to focus on in the immediate future.
People from all over are coming together to help, like that business owner who's providing food for people in Kentucky. If you'd like to help, just go to our website. You'll find links to trusted organizations like the Team Western Kentucky Tornado Relief Fund, who's collecting donations for the hardest hit regions. The United Way Kentucky branch has also set up a donation fund, and you could also text a $10 donation to the American Red Cross by texting Red Cross at one word to 90999. And again, you can find all of this and other information by going to our website. It's all there for you at WPDE.com.